Hey there guys, welcome back to 999. Last time we started trying to get out of the cabin. I don't know why I made that in Arnold's voice, but I did, and I regret nothing. So I need to go into here. So okay, I need to put the curtain up. I've forgotten how to... I've got a shower curtain. Okay, there we go. And then if we pull the shower curtain across... Alright, so why is there a hole here? That's a pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's really dedicated. Well, you gotta wonder if maybe they just wanted to be caught. You say maybe the one getting spied on was into this shit? That's a bit of a stretch. I mean, we don't even know for sure that this, you know... Oh, maybe they're into, like, those home invasion fantasies. This went off a very interesting and unusual direction just about immediately. You two are real idiots, you know that? So I can't... So what am I supposed to do with that? You don't have to keep coming back here. No, that's not what this is. I'm just being like a bridge between the two rooms. Now get out of here and go help June. Okay, I never actually got into this room. That's the bathroom wall. There's square tiles all over it. Did I actually explore this room? I use the shower so I know. That's the shower now. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No, water's coming out. Shower curtains, huh? So this one is full. Okay, so there's nothing about this room. There's not. It's tank's empty too. There's even water in it. So I wonder what... Unfortunately, I have now gotten to the point where I've kind of done everything, I feel like. Because I don't think there's anything left to figure out. It's kind of like a deep with an elephant-like nose, sucking on a human being's... Wow, that's interesting. There's almost like a Rorschach painting, so that just... Where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? I can't say I'd mind finding a little more about what goes on in there. I don't want to save. Where is my inventory? So I got these two. Am I supposed to find more of them? Because there's this thing. So there's a room on the right side of the picture. Wait, really? Aha! Hey, shoot, that tile you've got. Maybe you're supposed to put it in one of the empty spaces? I mean, the pattern does look kind of the same, doesn't it? You'll need to collect 3 tiles, right? So you just collect them all before you start putting them in? So the question becomes... where can I find another tile? I'm a little bit annoyed. I thought I actually solved everything and found everything in this room. Yeah, nothing in there. The mirror for the dresser. Nothing weird about it, though. So where can I find the 3rd tile? There's a room to the left of the vase. There's a hole in the curtain. Look at it from ways back. I can see a single tile. Alright, from here I can see what tile this is. Looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. This thing's not budging. That means that it's on backwards. I'm supposed to be looking at this one. Okay, no, that's not it. Wait, what? Maybe there's something in the bathroom June's in. I guess that makes sense, because this whole thing is about figuring out how to put the doors together. Yes, this one's loose. I think I can get under my nails. Yes. Okay, got the 3rd tile. So one side is designed like the rest of the bathroom tiles, and the other side has a black and white design. Have you seen that pattern? Yeah, we're on to things now. Okay, interesting. So the question becomes... so this has a narrow... I feel like this one has to go like that. That actually looks pretty okay. Huh. Like this one, these two are basically perfect. Okay, that looks really good. Bam. Alright, I did it. There, picture's complete. And there goes the frame. What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. The Mars key. It's one of those Mars symbols. To the end of the hallway. Has the same symbol engraved in the keyhole. So does that mean the other group found the Venus key?
What's the deal with this picture anyway?
I was actually looking at that. To me, it almost looks like a centaur centurion that's plowing over a gravesite. Now, granted, I just told you a lot about myself and the way I look at the world.
I think I've seen this picture before.
Really?
Where?
In a book.
It's in a book, reading Rainbow.
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory.
Oh, do tell.
I saw this picture in his book.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Okay, those are both words.
Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
Can you talk to us about it while we're traveling? Because we can totally be opening the door at this point.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp.
Well, if you explain it instead of just naming it.
In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
Interesting.
What part of that isn't difficult, exactly?
So wait, you're saying that there's a field that colors our perception, but we can't actually perceive the field itself?
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy.
This is a very, almost supernatural room to get to. Because we're finding out about June and her belief in, like, spirits and curses and ghosts. And then Lotus and her belief in, like, morphopologic, esoteria and telepathy.
Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation.
You're simple.
Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s?
That's an interesting... What is that a reference to?
I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that.
Well, the thing is, anything that persists in popular culture and the popular psyche for a long time usually has its root in something.
Yes, I agree. I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said.
Interesting. So I read a book and I have no ability to discuss it
It was
intellectually.
probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so,
Well, that is the thing. If there's enough unexplainable phenomena...
Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book. Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
I really doubt that my guess is going to show up.
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that?
Well, but the abstract allows the psyche to be perceived.
It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it.
What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
I guess it looks like...
What the hell is fun Yarinpa? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that is the thing that people said to pay attention to, because there's a hilarious thing if you say it. Plus, a centaur centurion stomping on a gravestone is not an actual option.
Funya Rimpa. See? I mean, this totally looks like one. Here and here.
What the hell is a Funya Rimpa?
I don't know either.
What do you mean? What the hell is a Funya Rimpa? You mean you don't know?
How the hell would I know?
How could you not know? That's practically blasphemous.
Is that a real thing, or is he just making up a word?
Oh, say you're sorry. Apologize to the Funya Rimpa. Goodness, you are such a rude woman.
God, Junpei.
Junpei, are you just screwing around? Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog. See? Like this.
So?
I still don't see it as a dog.
Now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once.
Interesting. I would not have heard of this. I've actually studied a lot of psychological
They took
experiments.
2 similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify, initially.
Okay. This actually reminds me, there's a certain word or a certain sound in German that only people that grew up around German can distinguish.
But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else. These 2 pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world, outside the reach of British airwaves.
All right.
To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc.
Yeah, Europe is totally outside of the British airwaves. So is Ireland. What? Like US and Africa,
Then,
okay.
in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects, roughly 1,000 people. They were shown the 2 pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results weren't really interesting on their own. 9.2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture.
All right.
3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture.
Well, now it looks a lot more like a dog. I don't know if it's the angle or what.
Then, 2 days later, they aired a new program on their show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the
right.
broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many.
I mean, well, that makes sense. Yeah, if you tell the solution, then the people who saw the solution will know it.
After another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TV and radio. This time, they only found a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test.
All right.
They were, however, given the same test and the same 2 pictures.
Well, it wouldn't be much of a test if you changed the
The
variables.
results were startling. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture.
Which is slightly up, but not significantly, I
The
think.
previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result.
Wow, now I can... They're right. I can't see that picture as anything but a dog now.
The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog, it went from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase.
Yeah, that is almost double.
So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment?
Yes, but by itself, it doesn't mean anything. You'd have to repeat it among different pictures and see a consistent increase as the popular awareness in the
There
world...
was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up. Why? How did that happen? What does it mean?
People like dogs.
Oh, wait, does this have something to do with that field? Or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier?
Yeah, it sounds like it's actually talking about the concept of like a not a universal memory, but of a thought shared by multiple people will become infectious in and of itself, even without the thought being
A
communicated.
field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field.
Huh.
Psych! I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously.
That's not a joke at all.
Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen.
But how is it a
But the
psych?
results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
I mean, that's why I said you'd have to repeat the experiment a few times.
Right! Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute. I, really thought you were serious.
Of course not.
I kind of wish he was. That's a really interesting idea.
Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
Oh, okay, right.
I really like the voice acting in this game.
All right, enough nonsense.
Never enough
We've
nonsense.
got the key. Let's get out of here.
Word.
A field not visible to the naked eye.
And now I don't see the dog anymore. Weird. I think you have to be farther away from it for the dog to really show up.
Morphogenetic field.
All right, let's go down the hallway. I'll go get you. You guys head for the door. Good job, Junpei. Good, now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here. What about June? Come on, let's go. Okay, I wanted to make sure that you were with us. I found it. I did. I'm the best around.
Ah, another hallway.
Come on, open!
Well, obviously it won't, Santa.
It's not going to open because you rattled it, you know.
Damn it!
Look over here!
Elevators. And the buttons?
Are green.
Of course they don't work.
The power must be out here too, just like by the staircase.
Then why are the buttons glowing with a green light? And if the power is out, how are the lights all around the room on?
That leaves this door. Well, looks like we don't have any choice.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Well then, let's open it.
All right, here I go.
You don't have to build up a massive push in order to get the door open.
Oh, so it's a kitchen.
Oh, good. There's knives in here.
What were you expecting?
Isn't it obvious?
Yeah, the exit.
I was hoping this would be the way out of here.
You really think it'd be that easy?
Yeah, I know. Still.
You can't ever second guess hope.
If we can just get through this door, we should come out on the other side of that grate we saw earlier.
But don't we need a key for that?
No good. Anyway, let's take a look.
Hey!
Okay. What?
What's that?
What's what?
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you.
Oh, that's right, because I found that in the other room. Whoops.
I found this a little while ago. It's a map of the B deck.
Let me see that. I knew it. See? Look.
Yes, hold your horses.
What did you figure out?
This is handy.
Do tell.
See? We came in here. Now if we go out there, then we'll be on the other side of the grate.
I'm not sure I really see what you're talking about.
How about that? She's right. We can get out through there.
I mean, out is a generic term, but yeah.
There we go. Here, you can have it back.
Thanks.
There's a card reader on the right side of the door.
Yep.
And that means the key card is somewhere in here, right?
That seems the most likely.
I mean, there's got to be something we have to do in order to get the key cards. We may have to get several of them.
All right, we know what we need to do then. Let's get moving. First off, I say we split up and look for clues.
Okay.
Okay. Wait, am I already in another escape room? Holy shit, this game goes fast. Or there's 800 escape rooms, one of the two. There are 15 of these plates. I'm assuming they're for seafood. Yeah, where does that come from? How the hell can you tell that? They look at any other place with a 99-cent store. If you ever take a lady out to dinner, you're going to embarrass yourself. I feel sorry for June. Junpei, I mean, how can you not figure it out? Lady doth obsess too much, I think. Not terribly subtle, you know. You didn't answer the question about how you know these are for seafood. Those plates are for serving meat. You really are ignorant, aren't you? And then is this the salad plate? Look these over, they look like hats. The middle is super deep for a plate. Soup? There's soup. Okay. I've made that way so the soup doesn't spill. If you get out of here, you should treat yourself to a nice dinner out. This is the salad plate. They're plates for appetizers. Remember, appetizers usually come on square plates. Wow, interesting. Legend of Zelda reference? There's a voucher at the end of the counter. The voucher doesn't match the number of plates on the table. It says appetizers 9, meat dish 10, soup A, seafood dish F on the voucher. Well, didn't you say that it was 9 plates, 10 meat dishes, soup A, seafood dish F? I thought they said there were 15 plates. Yeah, so that's they're going in hex, I think. So there should be 11 soup and 15 seafood. Plates on the table are 9 appetizers, 16 meat, 10 soup, 15 seafood. 16 meat, interesting. That why'd they get A then? They're using hexadecimal here. It's a number system that goes 8, 9, A, B, C, D. Wait, what? Interesting. I've never seen hexadecimal go to 10, but I guess that makes sense because yeah, F would be 15 and so 10 would be 16. Okay. And A is actually 10. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I know the base 10, right? Yeah, hexadecimal is base 16. I just had never... Every time I've seen hex, it never goes beyond F. That's the normal system of numbers. Because if we all hexadecimal, it would go like this. A is 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, E is 14, F is 15. And 10 would then therefore be 16. So 20 would actually be 32 then. Because you'd have to go through the whole thing again. 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, all the way to 1, 9. And then it would go 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E, 1F, and then 2, 0. 10 becomes 16 in base 10. That sounds strange, but you could think of it as just 6 letters added to the normal number system after 9. Well, that's a cupboard to open. And we got here's a pot of frying pan. Oh, and a pressure cooker. Unless we use some of those as weapons. What kind of an idiot are you? You're gonna run around holding that thing while you're looking for the dead? Oh my god. I can cook something up for us. Who the hell do you think I am? I don't believe I know how to boil hot water and put it in my instant noodles. And I could boil eggs as well. It's an iron oven. It's pretty heavy duty. Oh, I was wondering why June wasn't saying anything. It's probably industrial quality. I bet you could cook anything with this. Obviously you can't because there's a thing on it. But I need a clue as to what opens it. See the metal grid on top of the grill? Make it like that so the fat and juices could drip off of the meat while it cooks. I already checked, it's sealed shut. And that's where the coal goes. I think this is all part of Zero's plan. Interesting. A sink still got water in it. There's a couple of plates in there, but I don't think they're gonna help us much. Pull them out anyway. Pull them out anyway. Interesting, a whetstone. What would I use that for? Are you an idiot? Dude, that will never get out of here. Okay, and then there's a series of plates over here. There are plates everywhere. Nothing in the trash can. Better than being full of rotten food, I suppose. Wait, what the hell did you just say? Listen, lady, I did you a favor. I knew you just piss and moan, so I did it for you. I don't recall asking you to do anything. I do like the interactions between these characters. Does it feel colder in here? There's a rolling pin and a colander here. Nothing useful. Wow, this pot looks like it's made out of silver. If I drink juice, this pot would be really yummy. An ale for June drinking tea. Could such a day ever happen for me? We don't really need hot water, so we should be moving on. There's a lot of notes up here. Got a bunch of stuff written on them. That's a befits notepad. But it doesn't look like a code or anything. There's so much stuff in here. A whole lot of cans. It's probably a pantry. Aha!
A rusty knife?
Obviously meant
I
for the
don't think we'll
whetstone.
be able to use it while it's like this.
It's futile.
That sounds like a. And the word of the day
Futile.
is.
You know, a waste, useless, pointless.
Well, a rusty knife does have no
Oh.
point.
Any particular reason you wanted to bring that up?
Oh, no reason really. I was just thinking about futility.
June, you're weird.
Huh? Why were you thinking about futility?
Well, it has something to do with the Titanic.
Oh, really?
The Titanic?
Yep. Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted?
Well, guys, we will hear this story about the Titanic in the next one, because I don't know how long she's going to keep talking about it, and we're at time. So thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. I do like June and her little random esoteric story times of the Titanic and other things I'm sure she will entreat us with as the game goes on. See you next time, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in.